This podcast includes explicit language and sensitive topics that some may find offensive.
All views expressed belong to the individual speaking and not a representation of any entity that we have been, am now, or will be affiliated with. It's your chance to back out now.
That being said,
If not, enjoy the show.
Previously on the Black Man Misunderstood.
What's your definition of black culture?
All right. This is
Black man, misunderstood.
It's your boy Mike B.
In the neighborhood therapist.
welcome back to the Black Man Misunderstood. Here we discuss topics about the black man that others are afraid to speak on. I'm your host, Mike B, and I'm always rocking with my brother
Tyson, the neighborhood therapist.
And this is episode 17 of season 3, Where? The Power of Words.
Let's not even play with them. Do you know what the word where is?
You know, before we had this conversation, I would never have knew that's exactly what that meant. But why don't you let the listeners know?
Right. So WER is where, right? Like, think of where are you going, or where here, WERE, right? We're already getting started because you got WERE, WHERE, and they mean two different things, right? But the where I'm talking about is WER. And a lot of people don't know that that's actually a word from Old English terms, and it means man. So what they did, right, back in the day, think of werewolf. They went WERE because they added an E later on because English is weird like that. WERE and then wolf, which just translates to man wolf. A lot of people don't know that. They just call werewolves because we've just been doing it for so long, but they don't even understand that you're it's a depiction of a man, half wolf. It's werewolf. So I thought that was like really dope. So I was like, we're Black Man Misunderstood. Why not call it where? The power of words. Man, ... the power of words.
Ooh, yeah. I like. See, people even catch on to that already. We drop a little hints.
We gotta really discuss this whole thing and power of words thing, because we've been going hard for 3 seasons now about words and changing the way we speak and everything like that. And I just thought we'll take a little bit of time, educate the listeners why it's so serious and why we go so hard. Because it's times me and Mike both are going at each other's head. We're like, no, bro, change the way you saying that. Like, so it's huge. It's huge.
Facts.
I'll take you back to sticks and stones may break bones, but words may never hurt. That was something, even though it was like a, dare I say it, Mike, considered a European type of, quote. We actually did use that in the hood for a little while. Just for a little bit.
Facts.
But I think it was a little different. I think back in the day, it was just like step on a crack, break your mama's back, weird stuff like that. If you knock the pencil off my shoulder, it's like disrespecting my mama, we gonna fight. Just really weird stuff. Okay. But at the end of the day, it always came down to a statement and then an action. So it's like they keep telling you, sticks and stones and break bones, words will never hurt. But we know that to be false, because it was things that was said growing up where even me as a grown man, like I look back sometimes, I'm like, yo, I still remember times, I ain't gonna say his name on here, but shout out to him. He was just like, Justice, you the whitest black person I know. Like, I still to this day hear him saying that to me, right? This individual. And sometimes I gotta catch myself, because like I will have a moment, right? If I'm not fully secure in what I'm doing, where I'll purposely do what I consider to be some like strong man, super masculine black man shit. Right? And really, bro, it don't make sense what I just said. It doesn't make it makes absolute
I get what you're saying, though.
zero sense, bro. You got to think about what I just said to you. Super masculine black man shit. How do you even define that, fam?
Mm-hmm. You don't, but I'm gonna try to take a stab at it before we go any deeper. Super macho, no black man. It's basically what I think the best way we can coin it is alpha male energy, right? But this is the alpha male of the alpha males trying to lead and take charge. So you trying to be on top. But we all know there's reasons why we feel that way. So that the meaning makes sense, because the black man, we always reiterate, has to fight much harder.
Right, but it be for the dumbest type of stuff, bro. Like it's things like, I'm trying to think back the reasons why he would say certain things. Okay. Certain music that I would listen to right before practice or during practice, right? He would take the headphones, he would listen to it, and he'd be like, this ain't rap. Oh, you a white boy. Because I'm listening to Daft Punk One More Time, which is one of the hardest songs ever made. I don't care what nobody got to say. Come on, bro. One more time. That's tough. But listen, anyway, it's moments where I'm listening to as a grown man, right? And I'm like, I can hear him, the words that he said to me. And bro, as far as we've come, right? You never want to judge another individual, but it's night and day. He's doing what he's doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. Like if you go on based off of, who won that battle? Like, bro, let's be for real. You know what I mean? And it's not even cool to say nothing like that. But if I'm looking at it from that perspective, it's like, all right, why are his words still ringing true? Why do they have control over you like that? That's because he planted a seed. That's just what it is. And that's why me and you go so hard with, hey, watch what you're saying. Like, even when we in certain rooms and we talking to certain people, we've caught people saying certain things to people around us, and we checking them from the door. Hey, yo, do that with the people you know. Don't do that around us. Like, chill. It's easy. It's quick for us, bro, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to speak for you, but I do believe that words are like spells, and they can cast things on you.
Ooh, you speak in my language. So I'm not even like, I definitely get the spells part, because people like to separate the supernatural and what you believe in, and saying, oh, there's no connection. No, if there's a good, there's a bad. There has to be balance always. We know this. But that's another thing. So you may use the word spells, and look, there we go. Power of words. I may use manifestation. So it's the power of words already starting, and people not even thinking about it like that.
Words definition. Do you got it? Like the actual definition of words.
Word. Let me. Not on me, but let me do Mike B 1-on-1 real quick. It's the one time I didn't get my definition before.
So this is what I'm gonna do.
But I got you right here. I got you right here. Oh, word. Here's the definition: a single, distinct, meaningful element of speech or writing used with others to form a sentence, and typically show with a space on either side when written or printed. Another definition is a command, password,
Say that
or
again?
signal. A command, password, or signal.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Works.
keep that second one in mind, right? That second definition. I'm gonna give you 3 definitions of spells, and we're gonna see if spells and words are so different.
All right.
A spoken word or
ahead,
form
bro.
of words held to have magic power. That's definition 1. A state of enchantment. That's 2. 3, this the one right here.
Mm-hmm.
A strong, compelling influence or attraction.
I see where you're going there. Command, password, or signal. I see where you're going there. Look, as you listen or watch, listeners, you see that it was a bunch of words to basically explain what I explained in 3 words. A spoken word or a formal word held to have magic power. Another word for a command. Boom. A state of enchantment. A password. You unlock something. Bing. And a strong, compelling influence or attraction. A signal. It's a light bulb in your head. The words are powerful, and people don't realize how powerful they are sometimes when you change the context or how you use them.
I think it's time we got to start getting into it, bro.
Words.
This is what I want to do.
Yes, sir.
I just want you to follow suit, bro. Because when I'm gonna hit you with the first one, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be like a light bulb. It's gonna come right to you, right? I want to be very clear. Because my clients be listening to this, and they said there's something about me that they said is they give me different definitions and things like that. But they was like, man, you be doing too much, right? Because every time I address them, it's peace. They're like, bro, just say good morning, right? So, Mike, I'm not even sure. Do you even understand why I no longer say good morning to people?
I don't think I understand fully. I think I have an idea because I know you. Because and I've heard it previously also. It's kind of a twofold thing for me. So the word good, right? People look at that word and use it all the time, but don't really know that when they say good, it's maybe bare minimum. It's not greatness or going to the highest level.
Right.
One way people look at it. The morning. So good morning, when you add it together, you're only specifically talking about one part of the day. You're not talking about the whole day. So when you say good morning, you're only telling someone to have a decent beginning of their day, not a full day. So that's part of where I think your thinking is going, but I truly don't know the full answer.
The truest of truest of forms of why I don't say hello and good morning to people is because of the negativity that's attached to it. So think about hello, right? Hell is low. You're telling people all the time, hell low. Hell is low. Why you got to keep telling me that, fam? And then y'all gonna say, Justice, you thinking about it too much, bro. Come on. You not thinking about it enough. You wondering why your day is so wicked and weird. It's because you just hit somebody with a hell is low. Yeah, we know that. I don't need you to keep telling me that. That's 1. 2, Mike, you can't tell me you love me, but keep telling me good morning. To mourn is to be sad about a loss. My guy, what am I mourning? Oh, maybe I'm mourning the fact that I'm getting up and I'm doing something that I don't enjoy doing every day. You're right. It's a morning. Oh, I'm in mourning. Thank you. It's a good morning to mourn your job that you don't enjoy. You're mourning something, Mike. You woke up and you're mourning something. You could sit there and play the game of morning and say, no, the sun. It's the sun. You know, it's the top of the morning. You're rising. You're right. You rising up to mourn the loss of your day because you spent most of it doing something you didn't want to do. It's a morning. Oh, I'm going too deep. I like
that.
It's things like that, bro. Where I won't even address it. Like people will hit me in emails. Oh, good morning. I won't even respond to you in the same mannerism. I'm gonna hit you with the piece. And before I was a little nervous about it. Especially in a professional setting, bro. I was like, nobody talks like this. But I was like, yo, somebody got to do it. somebody got to go against the grain and really just do this, because people not understanding what you're saying to each other. It's just like, yo, Mike, good morning. What you like? What we mourning, fam? You know what I mean? I don't answer the phone saying hello. I'll be like, yep, yellow. I purposely will say yellow or some wild joint like that. Yo, all right. Funny story, right? Unrelated, but it's related. Homie Double R, we're not gonna say his name on this podcast, but shout out to Short That, right? Homie Double R used to say something to us in middle school. He would look at us, and if you could see my lips, he'd be like, "You remember that?" He would always with his lips, right? He would with his lips. This is a grown man, by the way, right? He would look at us in middle school, right? And he would like whisper, "I love you." Right? With his mouth. At least that's what we thought he was saying. Right? Actually, he was saying I love juice. But because I love juice, if you do it, I love juice. Looks like I love you. You know what I mean? You can play with things like that. And even us being brash little boys, remember I cup? Yo, really? Do you remember I cup or not, Mike B?
Yes, I do. Spell it.
So we sitting in the bathroom talking to each other, and random individual comes up and is like, "Yeah, spell I cup." What? And at the time, kids are so mean.
Yo.
We're saying things to each other like, "You don't know how to spell? I spell it." And we thought, we was so macho. I spell it. Oh, you're such an idiot. ICUP. And it's like, yo, you weird, bro. You see me pee? Like, what you mean, bro? Words. It's just playing on words. And the real issue that we have is the English language. The English language is like the worst language in the world. Period. Because a word like morning will also mean morning.
It's yeah. And you have to spell it the right way to make sure you get the right meaning across.
Dog.
And that's a whole other bag of worms.
2 and 2 be whooping y'all ass. I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
Yo. That's one of the first. And the crazy thing is, I don't even know if they teach that in school anymore.
I don't know.
Man. Hooked on phonics, bruh. That was the joint. When we had the little phonics books, yo. I don't even know if they teach that anymore.
A-I-O-U are vowels. And sometimes Y.
Sometimes.
Damn, I don't even know if people know that. It's a lost art, bro. People don't even know how to do cursive writing anymore. Like, but listen to that. Listen.
That's crazy.
But Mike, listen to what I just said. Cursive
writing. Yes.
So it's a curse. The way that I'm writing, like, yo, you gotta think about what you're saying. Bad dog. Good boy. What the hell? Like, yo, bro, we got to be careful. Because you out there, words are powerful, man. Like, your day could make or be broken based off of what you said to your spouse.
Yeah.
You ever caught yourself mid-sentence ready to say some wild stuff because you was upset?
Yo. What? If you don't have that moments, you ain't in a relationship, folks. Tell you that right now. You're going to have your days. You're going to have your days.
And it's a big part of self-esteem. Like I alluded to earlier with the situation with the homie from back in the day that was telling me, you're a white black dude. Like, if my self-esteem was low, I would be in so much therapy. I think I would still probably be in therapy because of what he said. Because you can't be a white boy growing up in the where we came from. Like, it's It's almost like taboo.
Facts.
Well, back when we was growing up, it's a whole different ball game now. But that's considered like damn near taboo, and you're not looked at as tough. So people will check you. It's kind of like, bro, really, honestly, bro, when we grew up, was kind of like living in jail. We was living off jail rules a lot of the time, which didn't make no sense. We was kids, but I mean, right.
It happens.
And then that brings me back to the teacher's name that we will not say, when she had that conversation with us once the Twin Towers was down, and she said we were un-American and that we wouldn't amount to anything because we didn't feel the way that she felt about the American flag. Even back then, Mike B in the neighborhood therapist felt a type of way about the American flag back then. If we would have listened, where would we be right now?
Facts. Like we got to challenge a lot of things, and like the crazy thing is, I remember when we used to do those big old presentations. They had us purposely sing songs, and I'm like, yo, why are we singing all these songs for? I'm proud
that song
to be
was hard.
American.
That song was hard, though.
I know. That's a great song. That's a great song. But like, it's a dime a dozen. You have to learn like 5 or 4 of those different songs, bruh, just for a presentation. And it's all different ones speaking about different things. I'm like, all right, I like this song. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I could follow that one. You get me? So it's like, you have me singing the song I don't believe in. What is that doing to me psychologically? The power of those words in those songs.
Right. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men that died to give this right to me. And I proudly stand up next to you. Next to who? Next to who, Mike? That was my question. Like, hold on. I'm rocking with all this. But stand up next to who? The people that don't like me for the color of my skin? Huh?
And technically, if we go back to the stanzas before, or at least I know I'm free.
Free to who? Yeah,
free to who?
Because if I remember 5th grade properly, the stuff that they was jamming down our neck didn't make us feel free at all, because we was forced to watch Roots and all this other extra stuff. Like, slavery was all we came from. Literally. I want to say, I'm trying to remember the words properly, but I want to even say, she said if we wasn't careful, we would go back to that. I want to say she was mad at us one day and she said that out her mouth.
Man, look, fifth grade, I don't remember a lot. I remember some things, not some things not as vivid. 5th grade's that transitional year for me, man. We all know, like, mom was here and then the next year mom was gone. So 5th year is somewhere back there. So can't fault myself for not remembering everything, but there's stuff I do remember. And I will definitely say, I don't know what it was, but she's definitely harder on some people than others.
Young black boys.
And they just happened to
young
be
black
chocolate.
Boys. It was Black Boy Joy. I don't know what black men did to her, but that's what it was. And that's what I'm saying about, especially with kids, how impressionable kids are, and you saying certain things to them, like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing about it is, Mike, did you ever go home and tell your mom about any of that stuff?
The funny thing is, I don't think I did.
Wild question. I know you may
did.
not remember.
I don't think I did. Not? Yeah, but no, I I just brushed it off and like, all right, next day.
What about the kid that can't? Because if we really gonna talk about it, let's talk about it, Mike. These kids, right? We're looking. I'm not gonna say we. There's a certain generation that we are part of that look at people that take their own life and we go, "Yo, that's weak." Yo, you taking your life because such and such said something to you. Well, bro, if a lot of us in our generation wasn't strong enough to withhold or withstand the reign of some of the people, because let's keep it real. Some people got some nasty, vicious mouths, and they say the right thing to you. Oh, man, you gotta have tough skin growing up where we came from, bro. And it's just like this generation now, they just built a little different. They're more in tune with their emotions, more in tune with their feelings. They understand the power of words. How you gonna judge them for something like that? Like they just wasn't built the way we was built. Understandable, but yo, I think they're a little bit more healthier than us too.
I say, like, we need to do an episode on that too. I ain't even gonna lie. Millennials versus Xennials versus Generation Z, because that's a whole nother cup of tea. I'm gonna just say this. I think, yes, Generation Z, I believe, is a little bit more in tune with their emotions, but I don't think they, in my opinion, they're lacking a lot of, not all of them. They're lacking that hard work piece that the previous generations have gone through, because everything is at their fingertips.
So that begs the question of, is it necessary to work hard anymore?
Exactly.
Yo, they're changing everything. I mean, as they should. It's their generation, it's their world. But
well, technically, it's our generation changing everything, because our generations are the individuals rising up to power now. But the generation before the two generations before still have a stronghold still, and they're trying to fight for every last inch that they have left, instead of just letting go the reins.
Me being honest with you, I don't think nobody is ready for Gen Z, because Gen Z is single-handedly changing everything on their own. If there's a rule there, they're ignoring the rule. They're completely ignoring, the whole street rule thing like that. Takashi is, to me, I don't care how old he is. He's part of Gen Z. I don't care what y'all say to me. I don't care. No, he with you. You gotta take respect. No.
Nah, I'll let y'all know right now. If the age always varies ever so often, but anyone who is considered a millennial, the major cutoff point is 26, 20. The individual's 26, 20, no, 27. They're either 26 about to turn 27.
Mike,
they're around that age.
If he was 35. We ain't claiming him. You hear me? It doesn't even matter how old Daniel Hernandez is, okay? It doesn't matter. We ain't claiming him, okay?
Power of words.
You do certain things, right, in the hood, it's considered snitching if you go against that to better your situation. And even the word snitching, the power of words of that used to mean something. Nobody wanted to be a snitch. Now, does it matter, Mike? Does the word have so much power anymore? That's a real question.
I don't know. I believe it don't. But I also want to say this. I feel like the way that word was used in the hood, right, as a rule, is not promoted or shown like it was when we were growing up. I feel like everyone, it's a flip of the switch. Like people were like, "Oh, you're not this person." If you tell on the other individual, it's not frowned upon anymore. Times are changing, I guess.
So Mike, this is the Black Man Misunderstood, right? This is the podcast where we talk about topics that other people are afraid to speak on. I won't talk about gays.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready. I'm here. Oh yeah, I'm here.
Ooh, go ahead, bro.
Do you remember once upon a time that gay equaled happy?
Technically, in a book definition, it still is that, but
okay,
yeah, okay.
So
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
To be gay is to be happy. So when did gay? Because there was a time being gay got a negative connotation to it, and then now this is just my opinion, and y'all can attack me, and I don't give a damn. Now, if you're not gay, it's kind of like people kind of look at you and go, okay, but are you an ally? If not, you're the enemy. Like, we have a problem with you. I'm still talking about words here, by the way, y'all. I'm just asking a question.
Speak on it, bro. Speak.
I'm just asking a question because I'm from an era where Rudy Gay, the basketball player, like, we used to crack jokes. There was jokes cracked about that. And then there was also a time where I was also taught that gay didn't mean what a lot of what people, especially in 2022, make it to mean. It's actually all a bit fucking confusing. Especially if I couldn't imagine a kid trying to learn all of this.
Facts. You about to have me go into the Mike B vault again and look up something to see it pops up.
What we talking about?
So in the 1960s, gay became the word favored by homosexual men to describe their sexual orientation. By the end of the 20th century, the word gay was recommended by major LGBT groups and style guides to describe people attracted to members of the same sex, although it is more commonly used to refer specifically to men. That's when it changed.
I mean, I know you can't answer this, but like, why use the word? Is it because stereotypically men that like other men are happier or happy? Like, I'm one of those people. I want to know things like that. Like, when did y'all make it okay to take a whole word that was already in the dictionary and then apply it to a group of people? Like, case in point, black. Like, when did we make that okay to go, hey, I know you may not look like nor black, you know what I'm saying? But you might be brown skinned, but we're just going to classify all people that are similar in melanin tone as black. Like, why? Forget when. Why is that a thing?
I think black. I think when we use the word black, we I think that was more like a reclaiming of it for ourselves. I think that was part of it. Like the slave masters and whatnot use like you're black and white to separate everyone and whatnot. But I think nowadays we try, like a lot of these negative words, if you notice, we try to reclaim them to use it for our elevation, our growth. We're turning the negative to a positive. Don't quote me on this. I need to do my research, of course. I didn't go into the Mike B bag for that. This question came out of the blue. But that's where I would say with that. But no, I definitely get what you're saying. And people don't realize the power of words. Like, yeah, you're right. Why did they choose GAY to be the word to represent them? That it could be a whole episode on itself if you wanted to do research on it, man.
And there's the side to that as well. There's FAG, fag. Like we were informed last season. That was season 2, right? No, that was season 1. Yeah, season 1.
Season 1.
Where the brother told us that was actually a loose cigarette, correct? Yeah. So I'm like, because when he said that, I was like, so why is this so like disrespectful? Oh, because only if you're not from the community, then it's disrespectful you using it. And at that point, when he said it, I was like, oh no, well then that's facts, because that's no different than somebody that's not from the community using the N-word. It's on site. Well, with certain ones of us, some of again, see, Generation Z, they do not care.
Now, another word that I want to bring up because it's a big thing now: cancel.
Yeah.
Since we're going down this route, all you cancel culture folks, y'all can beat it. Because I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. Y'all just saying someone's canceled and thinking your words are that powerful. I'm not saying that it hasn't happened to some people. It ain't gonna happen at all. Y'all saw what y'all tried to do to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle shut that down real quick. That's all I got to say about that.
In the words of the great Kendrick Lamar, what the F is cancel culture, dog? Say what I want to say about you, N-word. Hey. I'm like, Oprah, dog. Come on, man. Listen, can we talk about manifestation?
Hey, man. Yes, let's go into it. You know, this is
Do you believe it's real? Here. Do you believe that if you speak something into existence?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, here's what people don't realize, right? Manifestation. Words are very powerful. We've said this already. We gave definitions in the beginning about spells and what the definition the definition says about words, right? It's commands, it's passwords, it's signals. Words as signals, right? Begin to manifest. They're sending signals into people's lives and people not even realizing what they're doing. So to all those women who say, oh, I date nothing but men that cheat on me, you're putting that in the air about yourself.
Talk about it.
If you go like, I'm not going to allow another man to cheat on me, that's manifested in the opposite direction. So men will become attracted to you that aren't going to cheat. Or you're that one that changes that man and that man doesn't cheat. You got to be careful on how you use your words. That's one thing.
Can we talk about the way you manifested your wife?
That
happened in real time. I want people to really understand. Y'all know me. I'm not about to just sit there and cat for nobody.
Yeah.
Like that really, Mike really manifested his wife. For real.
All right. So I'll go into it. So it's the year of our 25th birthdays, right? And I said for my specific birthday, I was like, yo, let's go to Vegas. There was a group of us. We were supposed to all bring shorty at the time for each individual. And I happened to was talking to someone.
Allegedly.
But come to find out, Allegedly, yeah. But come to find out, shorty was just dragging me along for the ride. And instead of respectively telling me face to face, sent me a nice little short text message like, I don't think this is going to work out. And this is while we're meant to play in Vegas. Rooms already booked. I think my flight was booked. Your flights were booked. Other people were still booking their stuff. So I was like, you know what? Boom, we're going to make Vegas fun. Bunk that. And I want to apologize to you and Wayne, even though I don't think you had a problem. It was more so Wayne. That I had you invite y'all ladies and I was single, Mr. Having fun.
Yeah, I wasn't tripping about that. I actually enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So during that trip to Vegas, guys, you know, a lot of stuff happened. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I'm just keep it like that. But towards the end of that trip, I had a conversation with my brother over here, and basically said,
"It was
actually, it was with you and Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
We was getting food or something, and I was like, yo, I'm tired of this dating scene. I'm like, I'm not really about this life. I ain't the dude that's hoeing down the place. Let's just keep it. Let's. I'm using these words for you guys to understand. Wasn't trying to hold down the place. Nope, not doing that. And I was trying to live my life in a way that was pleasing to myself. And I was fighting myself at that point too, because I was at that point where the balance of my life was on the scale, and it was like, I'm serving two masters and I need to choose one. All right. So I took it upon myself and stated, I'm not wasting no more time. The next serious relationship that I'm going to have, that is it, and she will be my wife. Now, people are going to think and be like, man, that don't work. That ain't nothing. But let's tell you like this. I met my beautiful, lovely queen probably a year to 2 years prior to this Vegas trip, not knowing that she was going to eventually be the one that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. After this trip from Vegas, before she came back into the picture, I met someone on the plane, right? Come to find out, the person that I met on the plane was still in school. So, you know, that me, I'm like, she's not in my same headspace. She's still going through college life and whatnot. So I'm like, exchange number, entertained it. Whoop-de-doo. In a couple of weeks, I did it that. Right? Next thing you know, social media pops up. My queen pops up. I didn't know she was going to be my queen at the time, but she pops up. Slid into the DMs and started having a conversation. She remembered who I was. She remembered
why did you slide into the DM?
It was, I saw her a couple of times on IG. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I saw her a couple of times, and then I took it as an opportunity to be like, you know what? Maybe I should reach out and just see what happens. Just to see what happens. I met her in a church event. Right? Now, I don't want to influence you guys and say, oh, go to church, find you a girl in church. Let me preface this statement right now. All church folks ain't real folks. Just to put that out there. So you just can't just be going all willingly into church to look for someone. All right? You got to do your homework and make sure they are equally yoked and right for you. But that's a whole nother story. Back to my story. But I remember, around the same age. Come find out, same age. Basically, we're doing ministry in our respective churches and whatnot, but we're at two different points. We're the tail end of my membership at my old church was coming to an end, and she had recently just went through something like that herself. So it was a look back and forth. You see who liked your photos. She saw that I liked hers, and I was liking them back. So I decided to slide in the DMs, chit chat for a little bit, finally exchange numbers, and then had the conversation. Who wanna know that meeting from 2 years ago, and then me actually manifesting and saying I was ready would have brought her to front stage. Because now, here's the funny thing, and you guys, she gave a little bit of her story in season 2. I think she gave a good chunk of it. She was already looking at me from those 2 years ago. We just weren't at the point to meet up. So you gotta manifest this stuff, because At that time, I was not ready, was not in the right mindset. She was not either. And now, 2 years later, it's finally coming to the right point in time to begin the steps. And look so now, I am now in Tampa, Florida, and we're getting married.
So you brought up an extremely important part. Not only do you need to speak positive into your life and manifest what it is that you want, be ready for the manifestation as well. I always take this, shout out to Steve Harvey. He said that he had this old car sitting in his driveway, and he told his mama, like, yo, mama, I'm gonna get me a new car. I'm gonna save up money to get a new car. So he kept saving, right? And he kept saying, mama, I'm gonna get a new car. That's him manifesting. He's gonna get a new car, right? So then he had enough money to buy the new car. But guess what, Mike B? He ain't had nowhere to park it. You know why? Because he got this old car sitting in his driveway. So what he had to do was he had to either sell the car for parts or just get it towed up out of there and take the loss. Keyword loss, right? Because you got to lose something or give up something of the old to make space for what it is that God or Yeshua Mashiach or Allah or whatever it is that you believe in can give you what you asking for, because you manifested something, but do you have the space for it? And Mike B is telling y'all at the time he was manifesting something, but right before he was able to do that, he realized he didn't have the space for what he was manifesting. But now he got the space, he's good. That's important. You can't forget that part. So you gotta make the room and manifest. Make the room manifest. For those of you that haven't read it yet, read The Secret. Super, super dope book. Super, super good book. And it's talking about the same thing that we talking about. What's the secret to life? Like, it's in there for you. I'm not ruining it. People that read it and people that watched the same movie. The movie was a little bit boring, but just read the book. Read the book. And everybody that reads The Secret knows not to give out the secret. Let people figure it out on their own, but just manifest it, fam.
Manifestation is a real thing, and people don't understand the power of their words.
Speaking about the power of their words, words are just an expression of feelings, right or wrong?
Oh, yeah, okay. I could definitely.
Now,
agree with
this
that.
one might be a little bit controversial, but I'm standing on what I'm about to say right now. All feelings do not need to be represented by words. Case in point, some of you European folks, you just don't like the way that I look as a black man. You can keep that to yourself. It would actually behoove you to keep that to yourself. But, a former president made y'all feel like you couldn't get punched in your mouth. So you started to say things with words, and you wanted to be disrespectful about it. Some feelings don't need to be represented by words, because now you have what you have now, where a lot of y'all are getting y'all asses whooped because y'all have a different president and he ain't protecting y'all the same way the other one was.
Speak on it. And to add on before you go, that same president is the reason why January 6th happened. Let's be for real. The power of his words. Stolen election.
Right.
A lie.
So
a lie.
So based off of what you're saying to me, are you saying that it's possible that he, in his own way, caused that insurrection with his words?
Oh, most definitely. I think about like words turns into first it's feeling, then the feeling turns into words, and then words turns into actions, and then actions turns into consequences to make things happen. Cause and effect. Right? If he stopped spewing, I was cheated, fraud. How many people would actually rise up, get together to make that whole situation happen?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think people was looking for a reason to do something.
Well, part, but I'll also say this though. You're the most powerful man in the country.
Go ahead.
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly. Of course. Most powerful man in the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. And you're using your platform to spread hence these lies.
What if you believe the lies, though? I fully 100% believe that Gemini believe those lies.
So I tell you like this. You could believe the lie all you want, but when the proof is smacked in your face and you can accept it, it turns into delusion.
So he was able to use his delusional words to manifest what we got. Exactly. That leads to my next thing, which is the sheeple. There's a lot of sheeple out here, and there's a lot of people that are very good with manipulating words. And it's looking spooky, bro. I'm not really sure how too many people are supposed to navigate this world now when you got so many master manipulators with their words. Because words mean power, words can manifest things. And if you're listening, if you're a sheeple, right, and you may not even know you're a sheeple and you listening to somebody spew words, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm going back to the original topic, what I was speaking on. Like, yo, if I was originally a sheeple, like, I can't imagine where I would be today hearing constantly just as you're a white black boy.
You know, let's take artists these days, right? Specifically rap artists. If people just listen to their words, right, and don't take it upon themselves to understand these words, a lot of things can happen, right? You got the gangster rap and people like, I don't understand it. But truly, if you go listen to some of this gangster rap, they're just talking about how they were growing up in the neighborhoods and how they are perceived or seen in said neighborhoods. But people get threatened by the words that are used, right? That's one thing. Now, I wanted to bring this forward to a current artist now, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Dropped his album this year, right? I don't think a lot of people understood what he did with the album, right? Because he used his words in a manner to convey daily life in a black man's community from his point of view. And I feel like some people caught on, but I don't feel like other people caught on. You get what I'm saying? The sheeple didn't catch on. They're just listen for, oh, it's Kendrick, new album. Oh my God. No, listen to the words that the man is saying. The man has a story to tell in all his songs. Like, to jump, and this album was extremely special because he touched on so many different aspects of life that we don't talk about like we should. And we talked about a couple of them. Molestation this season. We talked about it. We haven't touched on this topic, but we're going to get to it at some point. Seeing trans in their own family and how it affected their psyche and how their family were affected by it. We don't talk about that. That we don't talk about the toxic relationships that we go through. Man cheating on woman, women cheating on man, tit for tat, pity party. It's like he's like, listen to what I'm saying. This is what we go through, but y'all don't understand that we going through
because he's not your savior.
And that's only the woo!
Not your
even that one. Come on, like people, power of words, and like when the right individuals use their power, it's conveyed in such a different way and different light. People don't even understand, like DNA. Do people even understand that?
Do people even know what DNA is anymore?
I got loyalty inside my DNA. The man is talking about the ancestors. Come on now, folks. The power of words. The power of words.
I respect it. I respect it. I'm gonna leave it here for me right here by saying this, man. Folks, if you're listening, if you want more control in your life, right, especially with the power of words, everything we're telling you about manifestation, just focus on what you're saying to yourself during the day. Focus on what you're saying to your kids during the day. Focus on what you're saying to your spouse, the people that you want to be with. Hey, even if you're single and you see something you like, focus on what you're telling yourself about this individual. Speak it out loud to yourself. Look in the mirror. Rehearse. You know what I mean? That used to be so silly to me, like back in communication class when they say, oh, look in the mirror, rehearse before you come and speak before the class. Like, bro, that is timeless advice. Speak it out loud every morning. This and they write the keyword morning. Every morning, I apologize to myself. Hear me out, Mike. Every morning, I apologize to myself because there's things I could have done better. But then after that, after I give the apologies and I forgive myself, because you need to be forgiving yourself as who you were and then the mistakes that you made, I speak life into myself. I tell myself what I'm going to do today, what I'm going to accomplish today, and I get it done. That's it. Manifest it. That's all I got to say to folks, man. What about you, bro?
Only thing, I think I had my whole soapbox before, so the only thing I'm really going to add to this is we have to choose our words wisely, right? And choosing our words wisely, it begins to transform the way we see the world. When we use our words wisely, when we start to transform how we see the world, then we transform how others see us. Then it transforms how those individuals see others. So then it's becoming a better neighborhood. Neighborhoods become cities. Cities become states or counties or wherever have people break it up to the next level. And then it's to countries. And then the whole world is on one accord. But, that's all kumbaya stuff. But it's not even about kumbaya. It's just about understanding the other individual. Or trying to, at least. Power of words, folks. We see y'all next week. What up, listeners? Mike B here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. You can find us on IG at BMM_podcast. On TikTok at BMM Podcast. Facebook, just type in the Black Man Misunderstood Podcast. And then you can find the Neighborhood Therapist at the Neighborhood Therapist on IG. And you can find myself at Mike B_BMM on IG. And if you want to connect with our producer, the DJ himself, Mr. DJ Daxter, check him out at DJ Daxter on IG. Alright, folks. See y'all next week.